Your own identity can create a network effect. Adopting the best ever money, which is Bitcoin, you can spend more energy and resource on doing the good thing. A NOSTR application is one of my interests, but maybe other VC has a different interest in Bitcoin infrastructure, Lightning infrastructure, or whatever. I knew most of the Bitcoin VC. I heard about many of them are coming to adopting Bitcoin.
NOSTR El Salvador adopting Bitcoin. Today we are here with Jack Lee from HCM Capital. Jack, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here.
It's my pleasure.
So where do we start? What brought you here to El Salvador?
Because the country is the first country adopting Bitcoin since 3 years ago.
Have you been here before or is this your first time?
Second time. I've been here last year in the last adopting Bitcoin conference.
Gotcha. And you'll be speaking at this adopting Bitcoin conference?
Yes, yeah.
Awesome.
What will you be speaking about?
We haven't decided yet, but maybe something interesting, what I see, probably NOSTR. Yeah, also one of my portfolio company, they also want to do a big launch here at the company called Salentis from Savinsky.
Salentis, what's that about?
Salentis is the NOSTR app that is just think about the Instagram plus the TripAdvisor. So for each city can gather the community and people know each other, and then through a close community to have a share the interests, share the food, share the restaurant, share the hotel, whatever interest together with the. But using NOSTR platform, okay?
Oh, wow.
And then it can, of course, with your same identity, you can link to your Primo or to your Damus or to your other maybe potential application. So that's why indeed we think NOSTR has a great potential through the application, right? With the same, your own identity can create a network effect.
Now, NOSTR, right? A decentralized communication protocol. And then there's Bitcoin, a decentralized financial protocol.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where do you see the marriage between these two?
Yeah, this both Bitcoin and the NOSTR, especially Bitcoin, since the Lightning network is already mature. It's been 7 years or 8 years. Yeah, so it can facilitate the instant payment. So the value transfer from Bitcoin and the NOSTR, I think it can seamlessly combine perfectly. I think that would be also a very huge potential.
Is that already combined? Like, are Bitcoin payments happening on NOSTR already?
Yes. For example, like I use Primo. Like the other day, I use the Lightning payment at Starbucks here in San Salvador. Then I already got zapped like 50 something K Satoshi.
So it's like every time you like a post, you're actually just zapping them sats.
Just like a tip.
Wow.
And then you can set your app to how many sats you want it to zap when you press the like button. Yes. So it's like automatically set at 42, but you could set it to 400 or whatever. So then you make a good post, lots of people like it, and you're making money.
Wow.
You make money. Yeah. So it's directly reward to the content.
Yeah. Is there a lot of money being invested into NOSTR apps right now?
So far, I think the application just recently started. I think it's still not much. However, I think it's growing. It's growing when people see this potential, especially because a user can cross all the different applications. Then the effect it will take off, right? When they see this kind of a benefit. Yeah. So maybe we are early then, but I see the potential.
I just wonder if there's almost like friction. If I think of traditional Silicon Valley VCs investing in apps, it's because they get to own the data and that walled garden. That's what makes them so valuable for these VCs. So to hear about how we're moving into the new paradigm of decentralized everything and you own your data, it's just fascinating to me to hear that people will still pour money into developing these apps, even though it's a new way of finding a profit.
Yes. So think about that internet, right? The last 30 years. Since they provide a service for free for user, right? So you become a product. Right. You become the product, right? So like Google or like Facebook, I think one one business model is they sell the advertising through the product of a user, right? So now this NOSTR, of course, plus Bitcoin, may change the new way of how the business work together with user, because the user own the identity and user become whatever you for example, just like I mentioned, if you tweet something which is good, then people directly zap you, tip you, right? So in the future, how the good service provider or the application can make money, I think still there's some potential, but at least it's not like treat you as their product. They sell your data, right? So it's different. The whole business model will change.
Yeah, and yes, it's becoming profitable off of actual value versus extraction.
Or you'd be happy to pay a subscription fee or give a percentage of your zaps to the app.
Yes.
I believe how Fountain does it. I haven't looked into this exactly, but with Fountain, you can put an amount of sats that you would use for advertising your podcast, and then they basically front it, and then they take it after you get that back from advertising your podcast.
Yes.
That's not verbatim, but it works something like that. You work with the platform to advertise, and then you both win.
So it's more of a collaborative.
Yeah, it's more collaborative, just like a Bitcoin, right? It's changed the way people think, people act, or people collaborate. This is more bottom-up approach.
Bottom-up approach. Bottom-up renaissance.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you'll be at Adopting Bitcoin in November.
Yes.
Are you excited about it?
Of course. Second time.
The Adopting Bitcoin conference is supposed to be the high signal conference for builders.
Yes.
And so El Salvador seems like ground zero to come and bring your projects here and try things out because of the regulatory structure here, because of the way the government has adopted Bitcoin. It seems like it's a sandbox for innovation.
Yeah. It's like a land of freedom, right? And also gathering with the people who really wanna do the good thing here.
Yeah. Build out the circular economy and work on Bitcoin, and also even NOSTR and build out the decentralized future.
Bitcoin will be just part of it, not just everything is Bitcoin. However, naturally, since Bitcoin is a legal tender here, right? The government, even El Salvador government, it doesn't own Bitcoin. So it become part of it. So it's like a separate money from the state, right? Then people can do the good thing, and also half of the problem in the world is caused by money. Maybe government control money, someone control the money, whatever. So here, there's no such issue.
Can I ask your opinion on why you think a government like El Salvador, like President Bukele, would find interest in Bitcoin and adopt it, since it gives away their power?
We like to say Bitcoin is for low time preference people, right? Instead of a high time preference, because you are seeing the future for the longer term, right? Since if a good leader like President Bukele want to build a country for the long term, to become a really the rising star of the whole region. So, and also, of course, he already understands Bitcoin. He already understood Bitcoin. So he see the future, and then he knew a lot of problems caused by the money. So adopting the best ever money, which is Bitcoin, then you can spend more time, you can spend more energy and resource on doing the good thing. And gradually, it will all combine and marry together with all the good things to make it become very prosperous, country become very strong.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great answer. That's some insight that I hadn't thought of before. But yeah, if you're a low time preference leader and want to lead your country to prosperity, it seems like Bitcoin is the logical solution to that.
Yes.
So you'll be at Adopting Bitcoin, and you represent an investment firm. If people want to come shake your hand and say, hi, this is my project, is Adopting Bitcoin a place to do that?
Yeah, sure. Of course. Yeah, happy to.
So there you have it, folks. Get your privileged access ticket, and you'll be able to meet the people funding this revolution. This
also, I knew most of the Bitcoin VC. I heard about many of them are coming. So I think there's a lot of opportunity. Not only meeting me, but if there's a good project, good founder, we can share with our other VC friends NOSTR application is one of my interests, but maybe other VC has a different interest in Bitcoin infrastructure, Lightning infrastructure, or whatever.
Absolutely. So if you're a builder on Bitcoin and you want your project funded, or you just want to meet the people who you can collaborate in order to get this going, come to Adopting Bitcoin, November 2024. Get your privileged access pass.
Use the discount code SOVStudios for 10% off.